New Splatfest just announced what is your go-to greeting, starting on Friday, the 11th of November until the 19th of November. But wait, there's actually two Splatfests. There's one for Japan and one for what looks like the rest of the world. The Japanese one seems to be, what do you call this? Whereas the English one, or American one, is what is your go-to greeting? Slightly different dates and times, and it looks like they're going to be completely separate to each other, so one Splatfest shouldn't affect the results of the other Splatfest. So for the purpose of this video, we're not going to even talk about the Japanese Splatfest anymore because it's just not going to be applicable to my audience or to me exactly. So we'll just leave the Japanese one at that. So go into what is your go-to greeting. I have seen the future again. I've never ever been wrong in my life about this, apart from once. And I honestly think that maybe this is to get Shiver back to win again, because I honestly think it's actually going to be handshake. And the reason for that is because if you look at each one separately, you know, most people, you're meeting someone at work, give them a handshake. You meet someone in the street you don't know, you're not exactly going to fist pump or hug them either. You're probably going to give them a handshake. However, I actually prefer this. But you know, that's just me. So deep diving into this a little bit more, let's look at how we would do each greeting. So handshake, professional greeting, or someone you've not met before, I would say most commonly used greeting. Fist bump, you know, you got to kind of be friends with people, and you've also got to expect them to fist bump you back. You know, if you just put your fist out there and they leave you hanging, that's going to be really awkward. So you're not even really going to risk it with most people. You're just going to do that with like close friends that you know are going to fist bump you back. I've probably done it before. Let's look at hugging. This is probably the most awkward one. If you just go up to, I don't know, like your boss or a random stranger and you just hug them as you're greeting, I think that's going to make things pretty awkward. I think they're going to feel a bit awkward. You're going to feel awkward. I can't imagine that's a go-to greeting for everyone. I think people will purely be choosing this because, like, oh yeah, you know, we like to hug, or maybe like, maybe they're just choosing big man rather than the actual like. Well, the question itself was, what would you go to greeting? And to be honest, there's only actually three people I hug. There's my son, my daughter, and my wife. Because you know, if I just started hugging random strangers as a greeting, I'm pretty sure that one, I'm gonna feel awkward as hell. Two, they're going to think I'm probably a bit of a creep. And three, my wife's probably going to be thinking, what the hell is he doing? I mean, I'd love to see another Splatfest where Shiver doesn't win. You know, she's only just lost one in a long, long time. But I just feel that with the question asked, if you're purely going off, what is your go-to greeting? The result will be handshake. There is no doubt in my mind that it's handshake. You do not fist bump most people. You definitely don't hug people. You give them a handshake. But you know, this is Splatoon 3. So we know it's not just going to be off the question itself. We're looking at the characters. And because Japan aren't actually going to be in this now, because they got their own Splatfest, Shiver might not be chosen as much, because Shiver's more popular in Japan, I believe. So it could be, you know, I honestly think Big Man might be second. I think it'd be handshake wins, and it is the most popular, gets the most points. But I think Big Man's going to be a good second because so many people love Big Man in Splatoon. I mean, I think he's okay. He's actually my least favourite character. I prefer Fry. She's my favourite, then Shiver, and Big Man. But you know what? I know there's a lot of lovers for Big Man. So I think purely from that front, it's going to be Shiver, Big Man, then Fry in popularity. I think another quick way just to look at this is imagine how most people actually greet each other anyway. If you ignore handshake, just look at fist bump and hug. How many people in the street do you see fist bump? Not that many. Like I said, it's probably just their close friends, in which case they probably just do it when they're meeting each other at their house. Or they don't really see in the street. However, I actually see a surprising amount of people hugging the street. Normally, you know, girls. See each other, like, give a hug. And then you see the occasional fist bump between guys, normally, as well. Not being sexist at all. Literally, that's just what you see most common. And in all honesty, I just see so many more people handshake. maybe not in the street, but you just see it all the time. You walk into a shop and like someone's handshaking someone else, like normally like older people. To be fair, I actually absolutely hate doing handshakes. You know, I'm actually the boss where I work, and I do not handshake like anyone. The clients come in, very rarely do I give them a handshake unless they are an older client, and I know that that's what they expect, and that's what they want to do. But I think ever since like COVID, handshaking is just definitely not the number one greeting for me anymore. I tend to just say hi. But hey, that's just me. Let me know what your thoughts. Let me know what your thoughts are on this Splatfest, which team you're choosing, why you're choosing them, and what do you actually do in reality? Not just what you've picked. What do you actually do? What is actually your go-to greeting? Because I want to see the difference between people picking what they either believe or want their go-to greeting to be versus what they actually do. Because I reckon most of us probably don't even do any of these three. We probably just do, you know, like the nod or just say hi. But yeah, it'll be an interesting Splatfest. A little bit different, not food-based this time, so that's good. And let's win this one. Quick one: the team I'm picking is actually going to be fist bump, just because of Fry. That is purely the only reason I'm doing it. I don't, like I said, I don't like handshakes. I don't do hugs. Don't really do fist bumps either, to be fair. So I'm just going off who I actually prefer, and that's Fry. But I'll see you guys in the lobbies, and just remember, you know, I'm live Saturday evenings. In UK time, 8 PM till 10 PM. So feel free to join me. I think it'll be good. Bye.